Hello, welcome to the recap. This week's going to be for November 18th. I already fucked it up. Hello, welcome to the recap. This week's recap episode will be for the week ending in the 18th, November 18. I'm your host, Tap Dancing Kitty. Let's get it started. Alright, so first up we're going to get started with number 1, and that's Rainbow Six. So this week they had their big tournament that, as they always do, a lot of announcements coming out. They announced attack and defense ops, a new map, so Rainbow Six content keeps coming for all of us competitive players, so it's super dope. I'm a big fan of Rainbow. I think they're doing a great job. I'm surprised they haven't really blown up. But anyways, so their tournament, G2 was the big winner. G2 esports took the whole tournament. They had a super dominant run in the semifinals. They 12-0'd Fnatic to get to the finals, and then they played FaZe where they won. So great job to them. A lot of cool Rainbow action. So that's it for Rainbow.
Pretty much, and the game is completely different. Those quick peeks with the Mira is the reason why Mira does not really get banned as much on LAN, is because you can't do those quick peeks because ping is not a factor.
Yeah, when you use the example of shooting C4 out of midair being a thing.
Exactly. A lot of those things that happen because, that's how the internet and, that kind of stuff works. You're more of an expert in that, though.
Yeah, definitely. There's always a delay when you're sending magical messages across the world.
Indeed, magical messages.
Through the ley lines.
We'll see what the magical message of Fnatic is here. But
ready
for the peak! Damage done to Rizraz. Of course, the MP5 does pitiful damage at range.
Now, normally that's his dock spot we've mentioned a few times before, but hey, just as good here coming out of Echo.
Yeah, it's just having that ACOG on the MP5. And of course, with the MP5, you're looking for headshots. If you don't, then you see the damage you do with a couple of bullets that hit Rizraz. That's nothing. You barely tickle the Capitao.
Yeah. Something important to point out, though, is the way he was using that yokai drone to peek for him, which was the smart thing to do, because, of course, they can line up on that door, whereas he has a bit more range to aim across.
Yeah, there's few ways using bulletproof cameras or maestro cameras to do that, but, of course, with the yokai being invisible, it really does help you. That is very true.
Well, this is a heavy push for Garage here.
It's not your standard type of play, though. Usually, you don't really see this being employed as an entryway into the site, especially when the top floor CEO is your first line of defense. But this definitely allows you to sneak behind your opponents, and they're not really expecting this.
All right, number 2 tournament on the week was actually Gears of War. I didn't know, again, I think I talked about it a little bit last week, I didn't know it had such a big, a solid following and scene for the pros in esports, but super cool. Obviously, the more games we have esports, the more we have to watch, which is cool. This tournament took place in Columbus, Ohio. I think it was a charity tournament. Again, I didn't watch much. Caught a few clips that they were posting online, which was crazy. But Optic Gaming, again, dominant. You hear about them everywhere in the shooter genre, competitive scene. They beat Rise Nation in the finals to take home all the prize. So, or donate. But yeah, great job to Optic Gaming, and that was the Gears of War news for the week.
Optic has been here, so many times. They come in knowing they're pretty much going to win their pool. They don't really have any real threats, but maybe taking these teams a little too lightly with a team like Simplicity, who had that upset most of these guys over Echo Fox in pool play back in New Orleans. So maybe a little taking them too lightly there.
Well, and honestly, we had the discussion, before me and you did the pre-event, prediction show, and I said Simplicity will upset somebody in this pool. It just was the wrong optic.
Well, so you're saying they're coming back here?
Well, honestly, they've been playing fantastically, and this is what we expected when we saw this team when they were on Elevate last event in NOLA. They upset Echo Fox. They had a really good run. They had all the coordination, and then you pick up Toy Soldier and you put that dynamic into the team. It's that one-person fit. And now they're on LAN, and they're doing a great job. They looked a little shaky against Optic Mexico, but they're really giving it to Optic Gaming this time around.
When I was talking to some of the players and the coaches, and I was, figuring out how this new Simplicity roster is going to work out, I asked, is Toy the upgrade that they're going to want? And they said yes, because of that confidence factor that he brings. Are we looking like this PR for that to be the case?
I do think, especially after taking a map, it does look like it. Toy kind of slow start here, 8 kills, 10 deaths, but against Optic, you know, it's sometimes it's just very hard to have a fast start. Even though we're already in halftime right here, they do have control over, it does look like Optic's side of B Street, but without getting the hill, they just need to be in your face more against Optic Gaming, but they need to do it as a team.
They're playing them tough too, and we got to remember, again, back to the Optic Mexico versus Optic Gaming map. The third map was Lift as well, and Optic took it pretty convincingly, up 4-2 already here over Simplicity.
So game number 3 on the week. Halo 5 not last or least.
And a responsibility
Halo
to
5,
take
they're
the
still
classic
playing it,
legacy
still having a
of what
tournament,
is
super cool.
That changed
Any
quite
Halo
quickly.
fans still playing, you get in there. be
Going into
competitive.
Atlanta, I think it
This
just felt
particular tournament
insurmountable that, you know, there would be
their
a
championship
dynamic shift.
and Tops
The beginning of Halo 5,
which
I swear I was like
I'm not too
11,
familiar
and now
as
I'm like
an
25 or
organization,
something.
but
I'm like,
they've been
I'm the old
real
guy out of
dominant
nowhere.
in the Halo
When in the
scene.
beginning,
They
I swear
took
I
the
was not.
championship
It's always so
again
interesting to see
versus
what new talent is
Reciprocity,
going to come with the
who
new
took
game.
second.
On Halo 5,
And
we have
games were super
Cross
crazy.
the
I actually
Trotsky,
caught it
Stellar,
on
and
Summer
Game
1G's channel.
Free.
Shout out to Summer 1G.
Crazy individual.
He was
just
broadcasting the
freaks.
finals, and
What we
it
saw
was
though
crazy.
was this
They
young and up-and-coming talent.
Tops Gaming was up, I think 2-0 right off the bat, or 3-0. No, yeah, it was 2-0 going into the third game. Reciprocity looked real hungry. They were coming back. Tops Gaming still came back. I think it was they were playing oddball, so it was crazy. But yeah, so shout out to Tops Gaming. Shout out to Reciprocity, super cool.
I try to do the master spring jump mechanic every single day. So I would literally just sit in a custom game and practice every single jump and every single situation that I'm gonna be in.
Final flag for the win. Split with DreamHack Atlanta. Ladies and gentlemen, they have done it. We have a new king under the...
As far as our other news this week, a lot of information came out from Paladins, High Res. I posted a little bit about it on the Instagram, but basically they had their big tournament as usual. I didn't catch that much, but I'll have to check back on that actually. They announced a new character, new updates, like what they're doing with the game. They announced cross-play with consoles for all their games. So a lot of good high-res Paladins, Smite. If you're still into those games, I know I played a lot of Smite. Super good news for all you guys as well. The other news, just kind of the drama, I guess, is of course Fortnite. They took away redeploy. So all the pros were crying to get rid of it, and now it's slowed down the game a lot, and people are wondering if it's going to come back. So that's pretty much all the news, and yeah, so good week, another great week for esports. Please continue, follow the channel, give us a shout out, let your friends know if you like the content, and you guys have a great week and enjoy the esports. Happy Thanksgiving.